Hello everybody, welcome to our lesson today for the third intermediate grade, second semester. Our lesson today is Unit 2, Lesson 4, page 18. Reading is right, right. What's the meaning of this title? Ahmed?
Mm, it's right يعني السد ما أدري يعني كيف يعني أقول السد.
ساعة تجول اسمه تتجول بالسيارة اسمه
Uh, is right, right معناها هل اليمين صحيح؟
أوكي.
طبعا رايت الأولى
معنين.
معناها الاتجاه الأيمن اليمين، ورايت الثانية بمعنى صحيح عكس كلمة wrong. يعني الأولى رايت يمين عكس left يسار. uh, the second one right means correct أو معناها صحيح. The opposite is wrong. العكس بتاعها هي كلمة wrong خطأ. فالسؤال معناه is right right يعني هل القيادة على الجانب الأيمن هي الصحيحة؟ طبعا عندنا بعض الدول بتقول on the right على اليمين، وبعض الدول drive on the left. Some countries drive on the right and some countries drive on the left. في دول بتقول على اليسار زي
مم.
إنجلترا and some countries drive on the right على اليمين زي in سعودي أرابيا، زي السعودية مثلا القيادة على اليمين، في بريطانيا القيادة على اليسار. فالسؤال هنا يقول لك is right right يعني هل القيادة على الجانب الأيمن هي الصحيحة؟ Let's listen.
Is right right? Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? Investigate the question, and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British colonies. In England, people drive on the left, but on escalators, they stand on the right, so that people who are in a hurry can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on escalators. There are different explanations for the use of right versus left. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed. We can look back in history for reasons people move on the right or left of the road. Some people say that in Europe hundreds of years ago, people rode their horses on the left. This way, their sword was between them and anyone who was coming toward them in the opposite direction. They were ready to pull out their sword and fight to defend themselves with their right arm. There is also evidence that the ancient Greek, Egyptian, and Roman troops used to march on the left side. And in Rome, they made it law in the 1300s. So when and why did the right side become popular? One idea is that in the 1700s, people in France and in the United States started to use wagons with several pairs of horses and to drive on the right side of the road. It was easier for the drivers to sit on the left and control the horses with a whip in the right hand. And it was safer if other vehicles passed on the left so the drivers could see the distance between vehicles. Some people say that in England, people always drove on the left, and in France, people always drove on the right. In any case, Napoleon, a ruler of France, ordered people to drive on the right side in the early 1800s. France conquered many countries at that time, and so these countries drove on the right. But France didn't conquer England, so England kept its custom of driving on the left. In the 20th century, there was a trend to the right. Many cars were made in the United States, and they were made for driving on the right side of the road. As recently as 1967, Sweden changed its laws. Now, people in Sweden must drive on the right. So, right or left? Just follow the customs of the country where you are, and be sure to drive carefully on that side.
Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? Why؟ لماذا يجب أن تقود on the right side على الجانب الأيمن of the road من الطريق in some countries في بعض الدول and on the left side of the road in other countries وعلى الجانب الأيسر في دول أخرى. Investigate the question يعني تحقق من السؤال and you find a lot of confusion. What does confusion mean?
Confusion. أستاذ أقول أستاذ
Yes, Ahmed.
بعض التوترات.
Confusion what?
بعض التوترات أستاذ ولا؟
confusion معناها الخلط أو اللخبطة أو الارتباك
أوكي.
أو الحيرة. تمام؟ دي كلها معاني لconfusion. الارتباك أو الحيرة. On the right, on right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left. حوالي ربع العالم بيقود على اليسار. And most of these countries used to be British colonies. ومعظم هذه الدول كادت أن تكون مستعمرات بريطانية. In England في إنجلترا people drive on the left. الناس تقود على اليسار. But on escalators ولكن على السلالم الكهربائية they stand on the right. So that people who are in a hurry الناس المستعجلين can go up on the left. يصعدوا على اليسار. In Japan في اليابان they drive on the left. يقود على اليسار too. But people usually stand on the left on escalators. ولكن الناس بتقف على اليسار on escalators في أو على السلالم الكهربائية. أحمد عبد القادر.
Okay, teacher. Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? أستاذ إيش؟ Investigate the question and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British colonies. In England,
Yes.
people drive on the left, but on escalators, they stand on the right. Escalators, they stand on the right, so that people who are in a hurry can go and can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on escalators.
Thank you, Ahmed. Shakir.
Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? Investigate the question and you find a lot of confusion on the right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be a British colonies. In England, people drive on the left, but on the escalators, they stand on the right, so that people who are in a hurry can go up on the lift. In Japan, they drive on the lift too, but people usually stand on the lift on escalators.
Thank you. Hamza.
أيوة ولا شيء. Is right. Why must you drive on the right, in the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? Investigate the question, and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British colonies.
British
In
colonies.
British colonies.
British. No British. British.
British
British.
colonies. British colonies. British colonies. In England, people drive on the left, but on escalators they stand on the right, so that people who are in hurry can go up
In a
on the
hurry.
left.
In a hurry.
Hurry can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on escalators.
Thank you, Hamza. Osama.
ايوه استاذ.
Read Osama.
Okay. Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and the left side of the road in the other countries
Other, not other. Other countries.
other countries. ايش اللي بعده؟ اللي بعد الاستفهام استاذ.
investigate يعني تقص عن السؤال أو افحص السؤال أو تحقق من السؤال.
Investigate the questions and you find a lot of confusion on the right versus left about
confusion معناها خلط أو حيرة. Yes. أو ارتباك. Yes.
Confusion on the right versus or left about corrector of the word.
Quarter يعني ربع.
Correct of the word. Quarter of the word. Drive on the left and most of those countries use to be British colonies.
British colonies.
British colonies in the England people England. But on escalators the stand on the right, so the people who are the horny can go up on the left.
In a hurry.
Yes. Harry can go up on the left. In Japan, they driving on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on the escalators.
Thank you, Osama. Muhammad Salim.
Okay. Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? Investigate the question and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left. About a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British colonies. In England, people drive on the left, but on escalator, they stand on the right, so that people who are in a hurry can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on escalator.
Thank you, Muhammad. البراء.
Why must you drive on the ring? إيش هذا؟
Right.
Right D.
Right side.
Right side of the road in some countries and on the ايش هذه؟
Left side.
Each side of the equation
Of the
and
road in other countries.
okay, countries in first
Investigate.
investigate تمام.
Yes.
the question and you feed find a lot of confusion on writing versus lot about ايش هذا؟ about ايه كلمة about ايش؟ a quarter of the road the drives on the
about a quarter of the world يعني العالم. Yes.
طيب drives on the list and most of this لا مو هذا
Most of these countries
this countries
used to
beat British colonies.
Yes.
colonies.
ايه معنى British colonies يا براء؟ British colonies يعني مستعمرات بريطانية.
ايوه. In England.
Yes.
People driving on the left. But on an escalator, their study of the stand of the riding, so then people we are in
a
hurry can go up on the list in Japan than driving on the list to get people you stand of the usually stand of the list on
the left
on the left. Okay.
On escalators.
Escalator.
Thank you, Murad. Abdulaziz Bandar.
Why must you drive on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side road in some left side of the road in other countries? In visiting the question. Investigate the question, and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left about a quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British colonies. in England, people drive on the left, but on
escalators,
escalators, they stand on the right. So the people who are in a hurry can go up. On the left, and in Japan, they drive on the left too, but people usually stand on the left on escalators.
escalators. Thank you, Abdulaziz. Muhammad Nasser,
I start.
can you read?
Yeah. With must you drive up on the right side of the road? I assume. هذا ايش step بتسوم
In some countries,
some countries and the left side of the road and often comes until in دقيقة
confusion,
هلا
confusion,
confusion the the question and you find out
sorry انت قبل question دي investigate. انا قريت الكلمة اللي تحت. investigate the question يعني تحقق او تفصل عن السؤال.
ايوه
investigate the question. Yes.
investigate the question and you find a lot of confusion on right please left about creator of the
right versus left.
right versus left and
About a quarter of the world.
and about a quarter of the ايش يصير؟
world
drive on the left and most of house consist countries want to buy British colonies and England people drive
in
England people drive on the left but I all on a secretary the
escalators يعني السلم الكهربائي. Yes.
The student on the right so the people how are and here can go up on the left and Japan they drive on left to buy people was the student on the left
usually stand on the left. Yes.
Usually stand on the left on
escalators.
Escalator.
Thank you Muhammad. كرم.
Yes.
تفضل يا كرم.
Why must you drive in the right side of the road in some countries and the left side of the road in other country? Investigate the question and you find a lot of countries on the right versus left about a quarter quarter of the world drive on the left, and most of other countries used to be
British colonies.
British colony in England.
In England.
People drive in England.
Yes.
In England, people drive on the left, but escalator there stand on the right. So the people who are in the hurry
In a hurry.
can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left. But people usually stand on the escalator.
Thank you, Karam. Osama Sulaiman.
Yes, sir.
Can you read?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Why must you drive on the right on the right side of the road in some countries and on the left side of the road in other countries? In investigate the question, and you find a lot of confusion on right versus left. About quarter of the world drives on the left, and most of those countries used to be British British colonies. In England, people drive on the left, but on escalators they stand on the right, so that people who people who are in hurry can go up on the left. In Japan, they drive on the left too, but the people usually stand on the left on the left on escalators.
Thank you, Osama. Sam Saud. Sammy. سامي. اوكي سامي مش موجود. محمد فهد. محمد فهد.
كيف هسه؟
مين؟
ايش هسه؟
مين بيتكلم؟ محمد سالم؟ يا محمد ايش؟ تفضل. Okay. There are different explanations for the use of right versus left. يوجد الكثير من التفسيرات المختلفة different explanations for the use of right versus left استخدام اليمين مقابل اليسار. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency. الناس بتعتقد أنه يوجد أو أنه ميل طبيعي to walk or drive on the right أن تمشي أو تقود على اليمين. This is because هذا لأن most people معظم الناس are right-handed. ذات أو ذي أيدي يمنى. معظم الناس لديهم أيدي يمنى أو بيتحكموا أكثر باليد اليمنى سواء بالكتابة أو الحركة أو أي شيء. أحمد عبد القادر.
Yes, teacher.
Can you read?
Yeah. There are different explanations for the use explanations for the use of right versus left. Some people believe that it is a natural إيش هذا tendency to walk.
tendency معناها ميل أو اتجاه.
طيب tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed.
Thank you, Ahmed. Muhammad Salim. Muhammad. Abdulaziz.
Hi, sir.
Can you read?
There are different explanation
حاضر يا محمد تقرأ بعد عبد العزيز.
of right versus left. Some people believe that naturally tend to walk or drive.
Tendency, natural
tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed.
Thank you, Abdulaziz. Muhammad Salim.
Okay, there are different explanation for the use of the
right
versus right versus left. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed.
Thank you, Muhammad.
Teacher. Okay. There are different explanations for the explanations for the use of the right versus the left. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency to walk or the drive on the right. It is this is because most people are the right-handed.
Yes, thank you, Osama. Shakir.
There are different explanations for the use of right versus left. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed.
Thank you, Shakir. Hamza.
Okay. There are different explanations for the use of right versus left. Some people believe that it is a natural tendency to walk or drive on the right. This is because most people are right-handed.
Thank you, Hamza. Who wants to read?
اقرا.
Yes براء.
طيب. There are different explanation تمام for the use of right verse list. Some people أيوه believe that it is naturally ايش هذه؟ tendency to work of driving on the riding. This is because most people are riding the hand.
Thank you براء. محمد ناصر. محمد ناصر. سامي. كرم.
Yes sir.
Can you read?
طيب الساعة الثاني واحد اللي تحت اللي قريناها أول صح؟
Yes.
أستاذ محمد يقول عنده إزعاج ما يقدر يقرأ
طيب مجرى العامل إزعاج أكيد.
طيب
مجرى مسوي إزعاج ومحمد ما عارف يقرأ. ماشي يا مجرى. حاضر.
There are defender explain
different explanations.
different explanated for the use explanations for the use of the right versus left. Some people believe it is a
natural
tendency to walk or drive on the right. That is because most people are right hand.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.